Hi everyone, Martin from FU Fishing and More. Just the end of last week we actually got 2 days in a row where it was the weather wasn't good boating weather, but it was quite good for fishing the flats up here, which gave me a chance to do something I've wanted to try for a while. So, and that's to see which fish is the best up here, the incoming or the outgoing tide. And both days I came up in a row and the weather was basically the same. I think there was a bit different wind direction, but I fished the last 2 hours of the run out and the first 2 hours of the run in on consecutive days, and mainly chasing whiting across these flats here, which you'll recognise that I've fished a lot in the past. It's one of my go-to spots for land-based whiting fishing, and you also get the odd good flathead as well. I'll probably post it up in 2 parts because I'm going to put a cooking one on the end of it with fish that I catch, and both the recipes that I'm going to put up are ones that I've done, and they are now my go-to recipes. They're probably up there in the best out of 1 out of 5 sort of thing. But anyhow, yeah, I'll put them up in 2 parts and you can watch them and decide which is the best tide to fish on. I'll show the results from both days, and then you can adjust your fishing around those times if you want to come up and fish these flats land-based by chasing whiting. Anyhow, while you good people watch this video, I'm going to dig some yabbies for tomorrow or the next day, depending on what day the weather comes good. Everyone, Martin here from FU Fishing and More. I just come down here. I dug some yabbies yesterday down here. I was going to take the boat out today, but the weather very unpredictable this morning. It was drizzling rain earlier on, and looks like we're going to get some storms on that this afternoon. And northeasterly's picked up. So I thought I'd just come down here and use a few of these yabbies and see if I can't catch a feed. Take you along with me. This place sometimes produces real good, other times it doesn't, but a lot of the time you can get a feed, and that's all that I want. And to get out and be doing it. Fishing's my sort of mental health thing, and we'll just take a stroll down here and see how we go, work that tide in, and hopefully we'll get a feed of whiting, maybe a flathead. You get the odd brim, but I certainly get the whiting of the flathead, so we'll see how we go. I'll switch the camera back on when we get down there and start catching a few. A little whiting. I'll let him go back to mum. That storm out there looks like it might hunt me out. That's northerly blowing straight into it. Few little bites there. Just chucking out down along that sandbank, edge of that sandbank there. There seems to be a A few whiting in there. Nice little whiting. No giant, but he'll make the grade. Good chance of a flathead along the edge of that too. It's just a matter of casting in the right spot. I just had to replace the hook. The point of the hook was that blunt. I don't know how we got the first one, but anyhow, we put a new hook on and done all right that time. We'll just try back in the same spot and see how we go. Another whiting. They're not big, but they're legal. They'll make a nice meal. Another little bloke on, but he got off. Little bloke. Another whiting here. I think we've moved down a little bit. Fish the next sandbank down. Oh, he's a bit better. Yeah, nice little whiting. Couple more like that, and I'll have done what I set out to do this afternoon. That was just to come down and catch enough for tea. But I don't know if we will, because they were biting better, and then that first clap of thunder out there in the west has put them off. But anyhow, we'll keep going and see until we've got to get out of here because of that rain. I don't really feel like getting wet at the moment. It's a better fish. Nice whiting. This is the same spot where I came down the other week and done the how and where video. I think it was the second last video. If you haven't seen it, just go back and have a look, and you'll see where I am, and I explain in a bit more detail how I work these banks and what gear I'm using. That's another little hint I find when I'm working in shallow water. I strike out the side, and because I've had a very nasty wound in the head from a sinker from fishing shallow water where the fish have let go, and it's come back and hit me in the forehead. I think one of my videos show it, but yeah, it's not advisable. Lucky I had sunglasses on, or I could have lost an eye that day. Another nice one. Brimbo. Little brimbo. I don't know if you can see it see it on the camera, but there's a bit of a weed and then there's a sandbank on the other side of that. You probably can't see it with the light, but that's where they're sitting at the moment, just on that sandbank. That's why you walk up here when you're land based and walk along the edge and just fish the patches of sand, I find. Just cast out, wind in slowly. I found if you stop the bait moving when you get the bite, 9 times out of 10 they won't touch it, they'll leave it. Whiting, they're strange, so many different bite patterns and ways, and you just got to work them out on the day, which I've said before in many a video. Heard me say, flashing. I've been asked, what's this flashing? It's when you're real calm water and the sun's up and those clouds around, you'll see the whiting actually flash. The sun flashes off the side of them, especially when they're in their breeding mode up on the sandbanks, and that's what I call flashing. Looks like a long tom there in front of me working too. I think I just got lost my yabby that time too. Another whiting, I'd say. Oh yeah. Borderline. Could be another little flathead, I'm not sure. But it's a nice whiting, I think. Yep, nice whiting. Same as always, putting the yabbies on right in the tail, all the way through. Just thread them around the hook and bring the point of the hook out right between the eyes. I've tried all the other ways and they don't work. So they're not ginormous whiting, but they're legal whiting and they'll be nice and sweet. Have caught really big whiting off this bank. I think the biggest I've pulled off here is 42 centimetres. But that's a little bit later in the season when the big breeders come in. Every cast is a whiting there at the moment. This is a better fish than what we've been getting. Beautiful whiting. Well, we've done better than what I expected we were going to do this afternoon. I thought that storm was going to beat me, but it's just sat out there on the mountains, gone around over Donnybrook way. But looks like it's raining up where my old mate used to live, up at Glass House. He's up further north now, and wind has been blowing up there, something shocking like it has been down here. Be a good 15 knot northeasterly here now, but it's the beauty about this spot here. Northeasterly behind you. That's the beauty about this island. I find, normally it doesn't matter, unless it's a cyclone of course, what direction the wind's blowing. That's up here. You can nearly always find places to land-based fish on the island. Don't get me wrong, I love me boat fishing, and I don't mind this land-based either. And when you come up here and get a feed like this, I only live about a kilometre away from here. Nice and close, and they're flashing like hell in the water in front of me there now. That's why we're getting a whiting every cast. There he goes. The minute the yabby gets to where the flashes were, you'll get a bite. Better whiting too, just quietly. Nice whiting. The bigger ones are coming in with the tide. Nothing wrong with that. So much for me one last cast. Well. As I eat plenty of fish, they won't go to waste. And what I don't eat, the kids will soon raid me freezer and get. I've repaired it that many times, I think she's overdue for a new one. Everything went wrong up there at the last minute. The battery went flat, and then the strap broke on my fish bag, so we had to call it quits then. But not that there's any complaints out of me, because I've got a nice feed of whiting there. No complaints at all. Alright, thank you all for watching. I'm going to call it quits now and go and clean these, and I'll get back to you when I'm cooking them. Hi, Martin from Heavy Fishing and More. As promised, I'd get back to you when I was cooking the whiting that we caught. I put this lot yesterday afternoon. I'm going to do a whiting pad tie. I saw something similar done on YouTube the other day, and I've just done it my way. I tried it and it worked out quite well. So I'm going to show you tonight how I do it. We have got the egg noodles, which they normally use the Thai noodles, but I'm a bit different. We've got peanuts, bean sprouts, egg, the whiting of course, crushed garlic, pad thai paste, brown sugar, and salt and pepper obviously. And here we've got coriander, spring onions, and mushrooms. And in here I've got the, where was I up to? But I was rudely interrupted. We'll fry off the onions and the spring onions and mushrooms first. Give them a bit of a teaspoon of garlic in it, crushed garlic. Next we'll go in with the pad thai paste. The egg to go in there. Peanuts. Bean sprouts. Coriander. Just put a bit of the last of the goodies out of the jar. Oops, wrong bit. And we'll put the fish in. Which has been seasoned with this new roast tomato and smoked garlic from the One Rouge Spice Company. I found it goes brilliant on fish. I might just put a little bit more moisture in that. And I use the peanut oil to fry to start off with. Put as much of that peanut flavouring as you can. And we'll just leave that simmer for a few minutes. And then we'll add the noodles. And that's basically all there is to it. It's pretty simple, a little bit of prep work beforehand. But as for the actual cooking, it's just all in basically. I just pre-cook my egg, pre-cook the noodles, and chop up the veggies, and that's all there is to it. The one ingredient I did forget is the brown sugar. Just take some of the bitterness out of it. I just normally put about a tablespoon. Put the noodles in now. The whiting's nearly cooked. Smells good. Put the lid back on, let it simmer for a few more minutes. And that's pretty well it. Just to finish it off, I've put the juice of a couple of limes in it. And that's ready to serve up. Bit of sour cream on top. And a little bit of coriander to garnish. There you have it. Fish pad thai. Or whiting pad thai, I should say. My version. Now for the official taste test. The official taste test, I must have heard, is...
Are you sure you want me to? You told me to get out of the kitchen before. That was nasty.
You got to keep a straight face, otherwise Jerry won't believe you. Okay, there you go.
You sure you want me to try it?
Yeah, well, you might as well.
You were just plain nasty before.
Yeah, well, I can't guarantee you're going to survive it.
It's not spicy, hasn't even put...
No.
Okay.
Same as what I made the other night.
Yeah, well, that was a bit spicy.
Oh, spicy just fell over it.
No, it's not.
What?
Not spicy.
I know it's not. That pad thai is not spicy.
I like it. I could eat that.
Okay, that's that one. We'll finish this up now, and I'll catch you all on the next one.